This is Teens Time with Chichi Season 3. I am super excited because this season we are going to be talking about mentorship, where I took my teenagers to meet some seasoned people in different industries. And because you are going to be learning so much from this episode, from this season. So join my teenagers and I and watch Teens Time, the mentorship season. On this channel, same time, same day. I love you. Thank you. Hello everyone, this is Teens Time with Chichi. Welcome to another interesting episode. Trust me, you're going to learn so much from this episode. Today we are here at Living Fountain Orphanage, where we are to talk to the founder of this orphanage, this beautiful home. She's taking care of so many kids, and this is like 10 years she's been doing this. The focus of this show today is not to promote or to talk about orphanage or anything, but to ask questions relating to teenagers that grow up in orphanages, because this episode was inspired by a teenager who felt her adopted parents did not tell her on time. They told her when she was 17 years old, and she felt very bad. And then she also felt that her real parents abandoned her. I don't know what you think, but we are going to hear from her to tell us all about adoptions. So join me as we get to talk to Lady Betty Obiare. Don't go nowhere, we'll be right back. Welcome back. This is still Teens Time with Chichi, and my name is Chichi Umesiaka. Today, this topic we are talking about is something I believe a lot of us are going to learn from it. It's something a little bit emotional, but it's inspired by different stories that I got from different teenagers. And today we have an authority that is going to help us do justice to this topic. Before we get right into the topic of today, where we get to talk to our mommy, Lady Betty Obiare, the founder of Living Fountain Orphanage. Let's first of all introduce ourselves.
Hi, my name is Miss Okoli.
Hello everyone, my name is Odebode Oluwaseyi.
And I am Ademi Abusayo.
Hello, I'm Liberty Oyubo.
Mommy, thank you so much for having us here. Thank you so much. Okay, without wasting your time, today we are talking about myth, about adoption, about orphanage. There are so many things. It's still in our culture. A lot of people really don't appreciate adoption, foster homes. I think foster home is still foreign in Nigeria, but we have teenagers who, what inspired this show is because of stories of teenagers who are coming from, they knew they were adopted, and at some point they felt they were not told on time, and it's beginning to affect them. So first, before we we tell you the story, please tell us, when did you start this orphanage, and what inspired you?
Well, thank you, Chichi. Living Fountain Orphanage was founded in the year 2007.
Wow.
So we're actually 10.
Wow.
In November we'll be 10.
Wow.
That's next month.
Wow.
I was not inspired. I had a personal trial, and I made a vow in the trial. And the result is Living Fountain.
Wow. Wow. So maybe you just wanted to say, okay, God, if you do this, I'm going to
do this. And then he did it. And
You couldn't.
I had to do this.
Wow. Is this not big? Running an orphanage, taking care of other children. How did the passion? How did it come about?
Well, I'm a mom of 6.
Wow.
And so I love children. I was a teacher for some time.
Okay.
And so everything to do with children, I have it. I love them. And I like helping them. So I didn't know I had such a hot passion to help even the poor ones, the vulnerable one, until I met my great trier.
Wow.
And that taught me a lot of lessons.
Wow.
That you may have money, you may have
Exactly.
well with that, but life ultimately belongs to God.
True.
And so you can't control that.
True.
I learned a lesson there, and that humbled me.
Thank you so much. So Ruth, tell us, ask your question, tell your story, and then ask your question.
Okay, so I have stories that are very motivated to me on adoption. Okay, first I have one story. I know someone that adopted 2 children, a boy and a girl. And while growing up, these children got to a point where they didn't have good relationship with the parents that adopted them. And the boy started beating up the man.
Wow.
And it felt like I helped you, or he felt like he helped the child, but it turned out bad for him, and the man doesn't know what to do right now. So he keeps on beating the man, fighting the man, and the man is quite old, so it's more like he didn't have any children of their own, so the adopted children were like their kids, but then it turned out bad for them.
Okay.
Yeah, so what happened, like when adopting a child, what value did they instill in that child in the orphanage home that will help them, like when they get to their adopted home, that they can keep up with, so they know that even when I'm going, they have to behave at this, they have to have the right conduct, what to do, what not to do, and stuff like that. They don't end up injuring the people that adopted them.
Okay. Adoption, like every other thing you do by faith, can be risky. It can go this way or that way. But it all depends on so many things, variables. How did you adopt the child? Why did you adopt the child? What was your own relationship with the child you have brought home? All of these things can mean getting a good result or getting a bad result. So you have to be able to tell what happened when these children, the 2 children that were adopted by this couple, what happened? What did they tell them? How did they get to know that they were adopted? So all of these things can affect the behavior of the child. That is not to say that every adoption goes wrong. No, it's just like you and I, if you are going to get married and have children. Look around you, you see those who had children, 4, 5, and out of the 5, suddenly one of them becomes a problem to the father and the mother. And the entire family is saying, this one is different. What happened? So things can go wrong, even in normal family, not to talk of this kind of family where you didn't have, you went to adopt.
Okay. So I want to get from what you said is one thing to adopt, but it's another thing for the people that adopted to train the children. So you don't wait for what they got from where.
People, there's this wrong notion that the child from the orphanage home is going to, quote unquote, be very bad everywhere they go. That's not true. That's very incorrect.
Okay.
But the truth is, you that has come to adopt, right from the day you brought this child in, what is your role? What did you do? In Nigeria here, there is no training for the adopter.
Okay.
No training. Abroad, there's a lot of training. Before you adopt, you are made to go take some courses on adoption. What to expect, what you should do when taking the child home. A lot of materials to help them understand the topic of adoption. But in Nigeria here, no, I don't have a child. Ah, well, what can I do? I'm getting old. Let me go and get one. And they go with the wrong notion. And when they do that, they still bring the child home and give the wrong training to the child. I am for open adoption. That is, try to tell the child at some point.
Okay.
Let the child know.
Okay.
Because when you hide the fact, and suddenly this child gets to know, via people around, and via your words, the things you say,
So it may affect them.
it will affect them. Put yourself in their place. They start missing whoever gave birth to them.
Wow.
And they start looking for their parents.
Mommy, that's actually before you guys actually, that's what inspired this topic. There's a girl that I got a call from a doctor friend, and she said, Chichi, we need to come and talk to mentor this girl. She's 17, and on her 17th year birthday, her parents called and said, we adopted you, we still love you, you're going to stay with, but we just wanted you to know. And she went crazy. She said, why did you not tell me when I was much younger, and stuff like that. And they felt she was not grateful. She was not, because she at some point ran away from the house. Eventually she came back, but it really affected their relationship. So the question they were asking, they said, did they do wrong by telling her? Should they have kept it from her? And so in this case, should the children not be grateful that, okay, whenever you tell me, it doesn't matter. The fact that you have taken good care of me, that's the most important thing. I don't know, maybe it's me thinking, because when I heard it, I didn't make sense of it.
You see, you are not in the person's shoe.
Okay.
You adopted me, that means you are not my biological parents. What happened to my biological parents? Why did I get entrapped in that? So questions will start to arise. Oh, we are not even blood. We don't have anything together. And so the gratitude is not going to come.
Wow.
Because you did not start early to establish that fact that yes, children can be born biologically, but children can also be gotten this way.
Okay.
It's a wholesome thing to do. It's a good thing to do. I will be there for you.
Okay.
I love you.
Okay.
And then you start early.
Early to tell, okay.
And you don't allow the child to get that story
From
your
an
cousin,
external, okay.
your sister,
Okay.
your mom, or whoever wants to mess his brain up.
Wow.
So 17 is a bit too late.
Wow. Wow. Okay, Shay, your question to mommy.
Thank you very much, Ma. But Ma, what do you engage the teenagers, the orphans who are approaching the teen age? What do you engage them with?
Okay, the children you have in a home like this, they come with a variety of, well, they're not the same in the sense that it's a potpourri of what brought them here. So you have children who have a living parent.
Okay.
You have children who are orphaned. You have the children that are abandoned. So let's say a child has a living parent who is maybe ill or unable to take care of the child, and government have seen that this child is vulnerable and brought the child to the home. So what would you do if the mom is still not okay and there is no known uncle or relative or guardian to take in the child? The child grows up in a place like this. What do we do with them? Right from the time a child arrives here, we do not know how it will go. The child may end up not being adopted because of what I've explained. Government of Lagos State will never give a child who has a living mother, who is laying claim to that child, to anybody adoption. Right, so what do we do with them? We start by integrating them, restoring them,
Okay.
and making them feel important and loved. So, like my home, we have activities to keep the child really occupied, because the idle mind is a devil's workshop. So we have schedule, you follow the schedule from when you wake up till when you go to bed in the evening, you're busy. Activities here and there, school. And so when the child has not been able to get assimilated via adoption, the child is in this home, we give to the child what I would normally give to my child.
Wow.
What will I normally give to my child? Motherly love and care, medical, spiritual, what have you. Make sure the child is emotionally stable.
Yes.
And then we go to educate the child. Get a good school. Put the child in school. Expose the child to so many activities so you get to know this one is talented in baking. This one is talented in singing. So you are not just giving an education, you are also exposing the child to his area of interest. And so the child that is now 18 and a teenager in the home and is not going for adoption, I already have a map of how to help the child go through secondary school and the university. The child is brilliant, go to university, study. But if you are good in baking, and I have discovered that along the line, I will encourage you to develop that talent.
Wow.
And when you graduate, you can still be a baker,
Yes.
a big time baker.
Fantastic.
We settle you.
Wow.
And I will be your mom. If I'm not alive, there are other people who are involved in this.
Wow.
So the child does not lack anything.
Wow.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, ma. Thank you, ma.
Yes, thank you, ma. Ma, are there limitations for an adopted child to become successful in life? Or in becoming successful in life?
The answer is no. Every child born into this world, there's nothing limiting the child. Even if you are physically challenged, nothing limiting you. But what can limit any human being, I'm not talking essentially of a child that has found herself in an orphanage, is one, your character. Your character can limit you. If you are a proud and self-conceited person, it will stand in your way everywhere you go. All right? So you may be intelligent, but you have a very bad character. You may not go far. That's a limitation.
True.
You may be intelligent, beautiful, but you are wayward. You don't have self-control. Then every man that passes becomes a friend, and you're just doing what you get pregnant. That's a limitation. And so what can limit any human being anywhere can limit a child in a home like this. So to me, there's no limitation whatsoever.
Okay. Thank you, ma.
Okay, ma. When do you advise that an adopter tells the adopted child that he is adopted? What time and how do you go about it? What are the process? You just tell the child you're adopted.
Okay, that's where the training the adopter need to have comes in. Before you go to adopt, in Lagos State, I know of Lagos State because they license us here. In Lagos State, they have some form of training to expose the adopter to the issue of adoption, the good and the ugly of adoption, what to expect, how to treat the child, how to relate with the child, how to expose the child to the general public, and when to tell the child some basic facts. So if you follow all of this, you'll find out that there is openness between you and your child. And if you look around you, it's not only in adoption. You have some issues in some families where the parents don't have any openness with their children. They just go to work, come back, and treat the child as, oh, I got you, I send you to school, and okay, so the child will have a problem still. So yes, what is the age you asked? It should start from day one. Let your family know that you are going in to adopt a child. It's not a crime. It's a beautiful thing.
True.
You need to have agape love to love somebody you did not give birth to.
True.
So you must, if you don't have it, you have to learn to develop it. That's what the white people do. They do that. They tell the child,
The ones who have come here, they put the Nigerian flag in their home. They show the picture of mama.
So,
Oh,
mommy,
this is grandmother.
you've given out some children abroad.
Yes.
Wow.
The ones Nigerians don't want.
Wow.
You know, we Nigerians, we like the perfect child,
Wow.
the model child that looks like you. But the one that looks like me, that, no. So, but the foreigners take them, even if they have HIV,
Wow.
they have what you call disability, they
Wow.
don't care. They just take the child, they want to help the child.
Wow.
So after Nigerians have selected, and they say, this one has no hair, this one has no this one is too dark. We are very fair in our family. So the remaining ones, the foreigners are applying through the Lagos state. They pass through a very terrible process. And they come in and say, oh, they don't get to see the child. You just allocate a child to them. Send them picture, they start looking. Oh, wow, we are going to have fun.
Wow.
So yes, the relationship should start from day one. You tell the child the truth and let her know that you love her, whether she came from your womb or not.
Thank you so much, Mom. Thank you. For me, I'm enlightened. I've learned one or two things. You know, before now, people don't accept adoption. People think it's like something that is foreign. You know, but I think we need to get used to the fact that it's not a bad thing. If you can't have your own baby, you can actually take care of another person's child. And for the kids that are adopted, I just want you to advise them, because we have a lot of kids who feel that maybe their parents don't love them enough, or maybe God doesn't love them enough to take their parents that made them orphans. And it gets there. I have a lot of these kids that just feel they do the wrong things. They feel that they are rejected and abandoned
Yes,
in orphanage homes, or being adopted by someone that didn't give birth to them. So what's your advice to these kids, to these orphans, and also your advice to people that adopt children?
First, to the adopter. The adopter should know, have a good understanding of adoption and the relationship that will follow from there. And then to the adopted child, thank your God. Gratitude is a powerful thing. It could have been worse for you.
True.
Count your blessings, name them one by one. Somebody threw you away. That person doesn't need you. And another person comes to say, wow, a good Samaritan. I love this child. I want to take care of this child. Everything I own belongs to you.
Wow.
Take that and run with it and fulfill your purpose.
Wow. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. Thank you. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back.
Today, we rank about second biggest film producing country.
We know this is the foremost film festival in Nigeria, so we are excited that the flagship of all festivals is back on track.
It's a Moroccan day, so we dress Moroccan.
I advise that they should stay glued, because the Nigerian motion picture is going to the next level, never experienced before. Under the auspices of Nigerian Film Corporation, we will bring all capabilities and capacities synergized together to leapfrog our budding artists into job creation, not just glees and glamour.
I think Nigeria can be proud of the young generation that is coming. I felt that all of the students, they have a lot of potential, good attitude, they had the right questions, so I'm sure that they'll be the next generation of very good filmmakers.
Well, honestly, I don't come out much. So, and this one I told myself I have to come because I don't know how to dress up. So today I just said, okay, this one I'll just come the way I am, from where I am, so it's fine. We're hoping to have fun tonight. This time I told myself I have to be here to reckon and join this movement, because festivals like this encourage we filmmakers, we backstage people to come up and see our works and interact and most times meet each other.
Okay, guys, I don't know if you have learned anything so far from this episode. I have. I've been enlightened. Adoption is not a bad thing. If you were adopted, I don't think your parents did the wrong thing by doing that. And parents, please feel free to talk to your kids, whether they are adopted or whatever. It's not a bad thing. But remember the saying that goes, if purpose of anything is not known, abuse is definitely inevitable. Thank you so much for sticking around. like I always end the show with, you can become whoever you want to become. Just believe. If you believe, you can become whoever you want to be. Until we come your way next time, keep being the best. I love you. Bye. This is Teens Time with Chichi Season 3. I am super excited because this season we are going to be talking about mentorship, where I took my teenagers to meet some seasoned people in different industries, because you are going to be learning so much from this episode, from this season. So join my teenagers and I and watch Teens Time, the mentorship season on this channel. Same time, same day. I love you. Thank you.